Hello and welcome to Rose of Winter Part 3. Also entitled, Possibly Getting Naked. And if that's not the title of this, something has gone seriously wrong. Hello and welcome to Rose of Winter Part 3. Apparently we're about to get naked. I'm not 100% sure whether or not that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Alright. I am very tired. Will you help me take off my robes so I may sleep? Oh, sure. My hands are trembling. Slowly, carefully, I peel off his robes layer by layer. I try not to, but when I let my eyes drift to his face, I see him watching me. I feel warm all over. The more robes come off, the more I can feel his body, and the more my hands feel rough and clumsy dealing with his delicate frame. Underneath his winter layers, he's long and slender. His scales run over his chest and arms. I really want to touch and see what they feel like, but of course I never would. He falls asleep quickly, but I lie awake for a while, watching his slim chest rise and fall. I don't want to take my eyes off of him, but I don't know if it's out of fear or some other feeling that's harder to describe. I love the music in this game, it's so cute. We set out again at sunrise. I feel refreshed and a little more calm. Tyruun, however, is still weakened and exhausted. Do you need extra help walking today? No, I'll find my footing, but it is kind of you to ask. He stays close to me as we start down the path. We spoke a great deal about me and my kind yesterday. What about you? I feel I hardly know anything about you. Gosh, I'm not even sure what to say. Do you really want to know about me? I told you I don't kid around. That's a lie. You're a liar. Remember, my attempt last night didn't go over very well. Good point. Well, let's see. I grew up on a farm with my parents and my brothers and sisters. As you know, I left home to be a knight. It hasn't worked out so well, but I'm trying. Ah, a brave and chivalrous knight. I've come across a few of those in my time. You wanted to slay monsters, did you? I guess you could say that. What else? What sorts of things do you like? Songs! We definitely like songs. Let's see. I like the old songs that the bards sing. My father knew a lot of them. He plays the lute. My mother says she hates it, but you can tell she really doesn't. Those songs carry a little piece of history in them. All you have to do is remember a nice little melody, and you're helping keep all these ancient memories alive. Of course, I like hearing about the old knights and their deeds too. Maybe I'll have a song written about me someday. Huh. Perhaps the tale of your legendary clash with the Great Worm, Tyruun. Great Worm? Huh. You sure think a lot of yourself. We dragons are not known for our humility. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too boring. Not at all. You little ones of such short lives, you search for meaning in every detail. I've always found it interesting the way you collect sentimental trinkets and decorate your homes. I never thought of it like that, I guess. You don't decorate your lair at all? Oh yes, of course. I have a lovely armchair and a floral rug in the southern corner of my cave. He's bugging with you again. You should definitely go back to not telling jokes, if you say so. And you don't have a lover? What? What makes you say that? Just a guess, although an educated one. Do you? No. What about you? Not since Camilla. I think that's Camellia. I'm gonna keep pronouncing her name wrong. Camilla! It's so strange to think that she was a real person, someone you actually knew. She must have been really pretty. She wasn't, actually. She was certainly not the most beautiful woman of any village, as your fairy tale described. nor, frankly, the smartest or even the most kind-hearted. But she had a way about her. It made you feel like she was the most important woman in the world, and you would do anything just to make her happy. You remind me of her in some ways. Thank you. Although I'm not sure that was supposed to be a compliment. And also, he's talking about someone he might have eaten alive. Yet, those don't sound like the words of the person who killed her. Or do they? He hasn't actually said he did it, but he hasn't denied it either. He keeps talking about the ancient ways of dragons and good and evil and stuff. What do I know about things like this anyway? Is love always this complicated? No, it's not. Well, no, it shouldn't be. But it's awesome, so who cares? He says nothing more, and we keep walking. Oh, his fluffy hair kills me. What a cute little background, you guys. Oh, the little water splashes. This is adorable. This is adorable. I fucking love this game. I'm kind of hoping that I can finish it all today. Cut that out. Please. Thank you. The wind is colder today, the sky clouded over. This journey's been easier than I expected, but Mount Needle may still earn its reputation. We come to a rushing river and find the wreckage of a bridge that I'd intended us to cross. It's the only bridge around for miles. Well, excuse my language, but this is a bit of a pickle. More like fucking Christ. In my true form, I could step right across the river like this. And that's definitely not an option? No. Even maintaining this useless shape is exhausting in the cold. Then I'll just have to carry you across. Is that entirely necessary? We could walk along the bank and hope we find another bridge, but that might take hours, and we don't even know if there is one. You want to get to the city quickly, right? You'll get wet. And so will our supplies. And so will our supplies. We can make a fire and dry up. Anyway, I came prepared for this kind of thing. The supplies are all wrapped and waterproof. Very well. Tyruun draws closer to me. I put my arms around his waist and lift. Even with his piles of robes, he's shockingly light. He puts his arms around my shoulders. I can feel his skin brush just for a moment against my face. Even his scales are light and soft. It's easy to lift him high enough that the water won't touch him. This will be a piece of cake, I hope. Carefully, I step into the rushing water. The current is strong, but the river isn't too deep, or even all that far across. Ideally, I'd throw a rope across to try and steady us, but I can't do that while I'm carrying him at the same time. Tyruun says nothing, but I can feel him shiver in my arms. I can do this, don't worry. I trust you, Rosemary. His body shakes, but his voice is steady. Maybe he really does trust me. I guess I have to trust him too. We start across the river. I take one step at a time, carefully seeking out good footing so we don't slip. The freezing water rushes around my legs, but I keep my balance. I can feel Tyruun holding tight. I won't let him fall. Midway across, the water is up to my chest, but I think that's as high up as it will go. We're in good shape. I'm holding Tyruun steadily out of the water. We're almost there. Just a little more. All of a sudden, the wind begins to shriek. Tyruun's long hair whips into my face and eyes, and the freezing water froths around us. A blanket of black clouds overtakes the sky. It's all the warning we get, and suddenly, the snow crashes down in thick, suffocating sheets. This awful mountain is really known for its sudden, violent storms that come and go in the blink of an eye. I should have known the weather was way too good to be true. Rosemary, don't worry. Don't worry, I've got you. A blast of snow hits me like a cannonball. I fall. Tyruun tumbles into the river and disappears in freezing foam. It happens so quickly it hardly registers. No! No! I won't let this happen. I can't let this happen. I am a knight. I will protect my prince. My hand finds a jutting rock and grabs hold. I pull myself out of the water and try to make sense of what's happening. My body aches with cold, but every ounce of my strength is dedicated to keeping myself focused. A flash of a scaly arm breaks out of the water ahead, desperately grasping the air. He's still close enough that I can reach him. Tyruun, hold on, I'm coming! Phrasing. The wind screams. The river roars around me. I block it all out and lunge forward, grabbing hold of Tyruun and dragging his body out of the water. I have no idea how long it takes to make it to the other side. I'm giving everything I have just to hold us together. Tyruun is heavy in my arms, soaking wet and freezing, but I hold on tight. I'll never let go of him again. We make it out of the river. The snow is heavier than I've ever seen. Tyruun looks diminished, pale. His body is shaking violently. I'm scared. You saved me. Are you kidding? I'm the one who put you in danger. No, it was the river that almost killed me. It would have, if not for you. My eyes burn with tears. No, there's no time to cry. We won't be safe until I get us somewhere warm. I go to my pack for supplies, but it was ripped apart in the jagged rocks when I fell. Our food, tents, medicine, and clothes, everything we need to make a fire for the night, all lost to the river. My heart plummets. The only thing left is one thick winter coat, wrapped in a sealskin to keep it dry. The cold pounds away at me like a hammer, but Tyruun looks much worse. You wear the cloak, Rosemary. You need your strength to save us both. How could you even suggest that? Tyruun, you're already sensitive to the cold. You look like you're about to... I am much older than you. I have lived through worse than this. But his voice fades even as he says the words. What do we do? We're gonna give him the cloak. I wrap the cloak around Tyruun and start moving again. The cold is like knives sliding through my armor and into my skin. I ignore the pain and carry him as fast as I can. Barely aware of what I'm doing, I manage to find a small cave in the cliffside. I pull us into it. It's cold, but dry. I set Tyruun down gently, then my legs collapse out from under me. I'm on the ground. Did I hit my head? I can't remember. Huh, that's strange. I thought I felt fine, but now it's all catching up to me at once. My head swims. My body aches with a cold so sharp it almost burns. I'm fading. But it's okay. No matter what happens to me, at least I kept him safe. That's what a real knight would have done. Minutes or hours might have passed. I have no way of knowing. I wake to find Tyruun's burning eyes staring into me once more. His face is so near, but why? Am I dreaming? He kisses me softly on the forehead, and beautiful warmth blooms inside me. If this is a dream, it feels real. Another kiss, and another on my cheeks, my eyelids, my nose. Even touch of his soft mouth. Each touch of his soft mouth sparks a surge of heat all through my body. At last, I feel his kiss on my lips. The heat anchors me to life. I don't know if it's dragon magic or what. All I know is that it saves me. You did not do as I said. That was very stupid of you. Yeah, I know. I see he's taken off my armor, which was freezing and wet, leaving me in my underclothes, relatively dry. If I weren't so exhausted and cold, I might feel embarrassed. Right now, though, I'm just so happy we're both okay. Tyruun, our supplies are gone. I don't know how we're gonna keep warm. After all that, we might still freeze to death. No, we will not. I cannot take my true form here, but I am still a dragon. His golden eyes begin to glow. Something's happening, though I'm not sure what. He takes my hand and guides it beneath his innermost cloak to press against his slim chest. Just under his scaly skin is what feels like a molten core, burning hot, a furnace inside him. His dragon heart? I move closer and lay against him. He adjusts his last dry cloak so we're both wrapped in it, sharing the fire blazing inside him. A warm little bubble safe from the howling wind. Tyruun. Yes, Rosemary. I remembered what I'd learned about Camilla. But before I can tell him, I dropped like a stone into sleep. We made the wrong choice, guys. Death. Okay. In the morning, in spite of it all, I am refreshed. My joints are stiff and cold, but I'm ready to get them moving. Tyruun stirs and brushes my hair gently out of my face. Good morning. Morning. We're still holding each other. I don't think about it. It's just a natural motion, but I leaned into him and we share a kiss. Oh, look how cute. Look at his little toenails. It's just a small one. We barely brush each other's lips. Still, it's my first kiss. I never imagined it would be like this, but he's just so beautiful and so warm, I couldn't help but want to kiss him. Tyruun stares at me, then takes my face into his hands. He kisses me again and again, increasingly urgent, increasingly fierce. Stuff. Hey, YouTube! It's time to go. That's the end of this episode, I think. So, enjoy. Come see what happens in part 4. Bye.